Beer, bitcoins, and beer. Here is Norm, he's a storm as he screams and raves and rants. He is here drinking beer, spilling bitcoins on his pants. Hello, it's me, Norm again. Here once again to drink beer and talk about Bitcoin, of course. And I know a lot of people are not happy with Bitcoin because the price is so low. Hey, buddy, Buster. He doesn't want me to be distracted by this inanimate object that I'm talking to. So I will move him. Oh, yeah, just go over there. First of all, I just want to talk about the beer. It is a beer I haven't had before. I had something from this brewery. One of my favorite beers, Racer 5. This one's called Grand Am American Pale Ale instead of an IPA. I really can't wait to try this one. Sounds really good. It smells like the same type of hops as the Racer 5, so well, very tasty. Very tasty. Well, I'd say it's just as tasty as the Racer 5. Maybe a little bit lighter. And if you see the camera moving like that, that's because my cat is kind of using it to scratch his... I'm doing this from a laptop, and he's using the laptop to scratch his face. Let's talk about Bitcoin now. Now, people always ask me, it's like, what is the point of using Bitcoin? Why use it? If the system's not broken, why fix it? Well, first of all, that's an incorrect statement because the system is broken, has been broken for a long time. You can bypass bureaucracy, basically, with Bitcoin, kind of like the same reason why you use cash, except for with cash you have to touch these dirty notes, and the notes actually are just some abstract representation of dollars and cents. When it all comes down to it, hey, no, don't drink my beer. When it all comes down to it, there's really nothing saying they're dollars and cents except for these banks. The banks are fairly corrupted. Fraud is, I wouldn't say fraud is legal in the banking industry, but it's tolerable. It's kind of like speeding on the freeway. Speaking of Racer 5 and the Grand Am, it's kind of like speeding on the freeway, where, every once in a while, everybody does it every now and then. And if they get caught, it's acceptable if you're late. You can understand why you're doing it. But if you get caught, you don't get arrested for the most part, unless you are reckless about it. You just get fined and say, okay, don't do it again. Unless you do it repeatedly, over and over and over again. These banks, they're getting caught doing fraud and they get fined. In 2008, they were freaking reckless. They were reckless in 2008 with their fraud and corruption, and they got dinged for it because the MBSs, the mortgage-backed securities, they kind of overinflated or whatever happened in 2008. You can look it up. The derivatives are kind of not representation of the... Are you drooling on me? Are not representing their actual earnings. It's kind of... Well, of course, I don't expect you to understand this because it's all freaking... Our fractional bank, the whole fractional banking system. I don't expect you to understand it. Please look it up. But it's pretty much fraud. And if you did actually understand it, you'd probably be very angry, almost like Jesus in what was it, Matthew 21:12. The only really freaking time he got angry in the Bible was at the banks. Bottom line, it is fraud. Unless you become reckless, become somebody like Bernie Madoff or what was the other guy's freaking name? Right before they made Glass-Steagall. Oh god. Even when these bankers are freaking reckless, like if you were like a trucking company and all your trucks were freaking reckless on the freeway, and they're like, oh well, you can't arrest us. You're gonna have to give us money because if you don't give us money, we will stop. We'll stop delivering stuff, and you won't get anything. I don't. But imagine if all the trucking companies said, "Yeah, we're just gonna shut down the freeway. If you arrest us or if we go bankrupt, oh, you're gonna have to give us money so we don't go bankrupt." So they give all the big trucking companies money, and let's say these trucking companies are named like J.P. Morgan, Wells Fargo, whatever, like what happened in 2008, and they give them all money, and they use the money to buy up their competition like Wachovia and WAMU. So now they're even bigger. What does that fix? Here's what's kind of annoying. A lot of people really don't understand the banking system, and they don't understand the problems with it. And most people that do understand the problems don't know any way around it. And that's why a lot of people really like Bitcoin, because it actually has a way kind of around it. And there's other things like crowdsourcing and other things that can totally do away with banks altogether in the future. And the bureaucracy and it's just the bankers just borrowing money to shower money on themselves and their friends. No one is responsible for the bankers. The banks, the investment banks, are publicly owned now instead of private clubs. So of course, the private members are not responsible for it anymore. Hey, you're taking up the camera. That's an advantage of Bitcoin. That's a huge advantage with Bitcoin. Where you cut out all the middlemen, the bureaucracy, and it's an honest system as opposed to a dishonest system. Because fraud is dishonest. So, and it's bound by the mathematics to make it an honest system. You can't cheat. You're covering me again. Come on. He hates it when I talk to you guys because he doesn't know I'm talking to you guys. But anyway, think about it. Cheers. Enjoy your beer. Satoshi saved. This is Satoshi earned.